Hey everybody, welcome to week three. And I want to start week three, the introduction, with a little bit of a recap on week two. And just so that we're clear about the expectation for the software critique design project that's they're going to be taking up the majority of this quarter. Now, within discussion 2.2, the group that did the group that kind of hit the spirit or the intention of the activity the closest was high school friends. And I encourage you to go through the 2.2 discussion board to see how they not only created their critique, but they also talked a little bit about their experience using the software. Now, it wasn't required for you to use a Google document in order to record all of this, but that was just kind of an extra nice little touch that they added. So I'm going to show you quickly what exactly they did turn in. And if you look here on their project, you'll see that when they divided their roles, somebody took control of the introduction, the learner control, the presentation of information, providing the help, ending the program, overall conclusions. Now, what I want you to really notice about this is it doesn't appear to be a critique from four different users or from four different students. It's rather one whole critique that was created by all four members. And if they wouldn't put their name on it, I wouldn't have known who exactly did what part. Now, how you divide those roles will be up to you, and that's going to be one of your tasks as you move into the main project. Uh, Again, also how you deliver that presentation is going to be something different. So I'm going to show you also a couple of finished products when it comes to the software critique so that you could kind of see where this project is going. However, I don't want to limit you to these couple of examples that I'm going to be sharing with you. So this was a project that was done by two students, and you can see that they did everything within a Google slide. They used put things like their descriptions. They linked it to the learning theories. They kind of gave me an overview of what they were going to look, and then not only did they present it, but it was heavily rich in images and good little graphics. They used some of the design skills that they had been learning about as they're beginning this class. Now, a totally different review or critique, came from this group, and this group, theirs has a totally different feel. It's almost kind of like a manual, but it's still done very well. And you could see that even how they do their headers, their boxes, it's all very clean, and it looks like something that would come in the packaging of a software program. They also used images to share. But notice again that neither this critique nor the other critique look as if they was done from four different users, but rather one holistic critique where four people collaborated to create it. Now, jumping into week 3 through 5, I'm going to go a little bit through my transcript here. As you as I check you off and make sure that you're ready to move on. Make sure that you reinforce the roles that you are going to be following. However, you can jump across the roles, and different people can contribute as however it works within your group. However, don't move on unless I have highlighted your software within the sheet that was provided. I still have a question about a couple of them, and I left comments there, so make sure that you go check. You may or may not want to keep the same focus that you had last week, and you could switch it up as well. But I would also like to have all the group members involved within the critiquing process. I've also added an additional layer. Think about diversity and gender as you critique the software. Think about the bias, whether the software would appeal more to males or females, and why is the content of the software accessible to all ethnicities, or if the content of the software is accessible to all ethnicities. This doesn't mean speakers of all languages, but think more on a cultural level. So don't forget to include connections to the learning theory as well. Just a reminder for working in a group. I know it's not always easy to work with others, particularly when we don't know them well or we don't have the face-to-face meetings. However, it's important that all group members participate and are available. So please check your email daily and reply to your group as soon as possible, but also come to a consensus on how you're going to be reaching out with each other. So if you all agree on Voxer, continue to reach out to each other on Voxer and to check. Hopefully, you've been working away at the graphic design tutorials in lynda.com. I'm thinking you have, because many of you sounded like professionals talking about design and critiquing the software in week 2. Make sure you have also read Chapter 11 before embarking on this week's task. This week, we're going to look closer and begin to apply some visual design features. So please make sure you've read the module overview. This module is really for weeks 3 through 5, but I've broken it into weekly chunks to keep things manageable and on track, to give you an opportunity to apply what you are learning and to begin your role as a technology coach. I'd like you to create 2 products that represent both effective visual design principles, but also address coach standards for digital literacy and for classroom management of technology-rich environments. Please do not create a product about classroom management in general. It should be focused on technology-rich environments and management. So don't think so much of how to handle certain types of behaviors in the class, but maybe how are you managing the Chromebook cart. Don't think of how the certain roles and routines that you have in class, but maybe roles and routines that you have when using technology equipment, or maybe how students are interacting when they go online. It might be a good idea to quickly visit the ISTE Coach standards to help you understand the focus of those design projects. The content of the slide and the handout is going to be totally up to you, but you should do your best to apply the visual design principles we have read about and what you learned from the lynda.com tutorials. By the end of the week, you need to have one product to share. The peer review will be an A, B, C, D, E, F format. So that means that the first 2 people to post will be feedback partners. So person A post, the next person to post is going to be the feedback partner for person A. I'm going to be going online and checking out how that's going to make sure that we're all aligned with the correct partners, and also to make sure that the whole conversation and the process is going smoothly. But the most important thing is that you do need to have something shared by Sunday. And really, the grade level or the content here is not important, because we're focusing on the actual design. Have a great week. You can find me on Twitter, Voxer. You could email me as well. And just definitely reach out if you have any questions or concerns. It don't really matter how late you reach out, because it's all it's always synchronous. So I'll check it whenever I check it. But I'll get back to you as soon as possible, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and you're able to just work to your full potential. So thank you very much.